What if everything you thought you knew about Harry and Meghan's perfect family was a carefully crafted illusion? Behind the glossy Netflix specials, staged photos, and heartwarming speeches lies a secret so explosive it could shake the very foundation of the royal family. And now, one man claims to have proof. This isn't just gossip, it's a royal reckoning in the making. So here we are. The very thing Prince Harry and Meghan Markle vowed to fiercely protect their children has now become the topic that threatens to shatter their carefully crafted public image. And at the heart of this storm stands Tom Bower, a journalist known not for gentle whispers, but for dropping explosive allegations that shake foundations. The conversation has shifted. This isn't about royal tradition or palace etiquette anymore. It's about one unsettling question dominating headlines. Who exactly are Archie and Lilibet? For most families, such a question would be absurd. But for Harry and Meghan, whose lives have been shaped, branded, and broadcast under constant public scrutiny, it lands differently. Bower's claims are not framed as vague tabloid rumors, but as sharp allegations based on years of research. He suggests that the couple's family story may not be what the public believes, and that their journey to parenthood might involve complexities they've chosen to keep private. Now pause on that for a moment. Because this isn't about parenting style, personal privacy, or lifestyle choices. This is about legacy, lineage, and the royal institution itself. If even fragments of what's being suggested prove accurate, this would not be just a scandal, it could send shockwaves through the monarchy itself. Harry, once the cheeky, relatable prince, admired around the globe, is now portrayed in headlines as a man under immense pressure. Some critics paint him as blindsided by events spiraling out of control, while others suspect he's an active participant in managing a carefully guarded family narrative. Either way, the speculation has taken its toll. Reports from Montecito paint a picture of a man deeply unsettled, pacing hallways, glued to news stories, and growing increasingly withdrawn. Meanwhile, Meghan's reported response has been starkly different. Calm, calculated, and fiercely protective. Rather than emotional displays, she is allegedly working with lawyers, sending formal letters, and pursuing every possible legal avenue to stop the rumors from spreading further. But ironically, in the court of public opinion, the harder someone tries to shut a story down, the more people want to know what's being hidden. Online critics and commentators have pointed to inconsistencies they claim to see. The highly curated pregnancy photos, the unusual secrecy around timelines, and the lack of traditional hospital photos or birth announcements. Questions circulate endlessly on social media, often without evidence, fueling a cycle of speculation that's nearly impossible to control. The couple's strained relationship with the rest of the royal family adds another layer to the intrigue. While Prince William and Princess Catherine's children have been frequently photographed with senior royals, Archie and Lilibet have rarely been seen with their grandfather, King Charles, Queen Camilla, or other senior members. Is this distance deliberate, or just a byproduct of the Sussexes' choice to step back from royal duties? No one knows for certain, but speculation thrives in silence. This story isn't just tabloid fodder, it has serious implications. If their family story is more complicated than presented, questions about tradition, titles, and even succession could emerge. That's why Bower's reporting carries weight. He's known for writing deeply researched books on the royals, many of which turned out to be accurate in the past. And now, he's fanning the flames of what some call the most explosive royal controversy in decades. Yet Harry and Meghan remain silent. No public denial, no documentation, no official response. And in matters like this, silence is rarely neutral, it only fuels curiosity. If they truly have nothing to hide, critics argue, why not prove it? Demands for transparency, some even calling for DNA testing, have grown louder. What began as whispered gossip has turned into a relentless online storm, with hashtags trending globally and TV commentators debating the couple's every move. The brand Harry and Meghan built a modern, independent family breaking away from royal constraints is now under threat. This isn't a superficial PR problem. These are deep cracks that could reshape their entire legacy. For Harry especially, this is deeply personal. His identity as a father has been central to his story. He has repeatedly emphasized that every decision to step away from the crown, to speak out, to tell his side of the story, was for his family. But now, commentators are turning that narrative against him, questioning the authenticity of the very family he sought to protect. The pressure is intense. Reports suggest Harry's friends from his military days have kept their distance, worried about his emotional state. Insiders claim he's oscillating between anger and exhaustion, his mental health strained under the weight of constant public speculation. Meghan, on the other hand, is reportedly strategizing behind the scenes, leaning on legal teams and PR advisors to regain control, but each legal threat sent to the press seems to embolden critics further, who frame their actions as proof that they have something to hide. Meanwhile, the palace maintains a chilling silence. No official birthday posts for the Sussex children, no new family portraits featuring them. No visible outreach from King Charles or other senior royals. Some royal watchers interpret this as a carefully calculated move, suggesting the monarchy has chosen to remain distant from this controversy altogether, perhaps even anticipating that this situation could escalate. In some circles, theories abound that the royal family's distance is less about punishing Harry and Meghan, and more about protecting the monarchy from fallout. If these allegations gain traction, their strategy might be to let the couple shoulder the storm alone. And if true, this would transform a gossip-fueled narrative into a full-scale royal crisis. Mainstream media outlets, normally cautious about rumors, are now openly discussing the controversy. Journalists, analysts, and even some longtime royal commentators are publicly questioning Harry and Meghan's decisions. What once seemed unthinkably a call for DNA testing within the royal family has now become a global talking point. Harry and Meghan had every opportunity to set the record straight early on, to release official documents, to clarify timelines, or even to publicly address inconsistencies themselves. But their choice to stay silent, combined with defensive legal measures, has only intensified public skepticism. In today's media landscape, silence rarely calms controversy. It often amplifies it. The cost is mounting. The fairy tale image of a prince and his wife escaping royal life to create a happier, freer future in California is cracking. That narrative of honesty and independence has been replaced by a narrative of secrecy and suspicion. And questions of bloodline and legitimacy don't just fade away, they linger, shaping public perception for years to come. In the end, it may all come down to a single decision: whether or not to finally address these rumors head-on. Taking that step could silence critics and protect their family's reputation. But continuing down the path of silence risks cementing a legacy of doubt. Because one thing is certain: when it comes to royal history, unanswered questions rarely stay buried. And so, the question remains, one that refuses to go away. Who are Archie and Lilibet, really?